I'm Jennifer Palumbo in Nashville, where the Big Blue Nation is counting down to the Cats and the Gators tomorrow in the SEC tournament. I'll have complete coverage coming up.
It'll be raining there soon, Jennifer. The showers are on the way, and they're on their way for us as well. A flood watch has now been issued for tonight through Saturday morning. We'll take a closer look for you.
Nicholasville continues to mourn the loss of one of their police officers.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4.
Welcome to WKYT News at 4. I'm Jennifer Palumbo, live from Nashville, where Kentucky and the Big Blue Nation are counting down to the Cats and the Gators tomorrow here at Bridgestone Arena. I have the famous Broadway behind me. You can see UK fans. They are everywhere. They are excited to be here. Nashville is a place that they know and love. And Rob Romley will be joining me in just a moment. We'll get you ready for tomorrow's game. But first, let's check in with meteorologist Jim Caldwell, who's in the First Alert Weather Center with a first look at the forecast. And Jim, it's a beautiful day here in Nashville.
Beautiful so far, but that rain will be coming soon for all those Cats fans that have made the trip down to Nashville. More rain expected there. Flood watch for that area as well, just like for us. Let's enjoy what we have out there right now, and that would be temperatures showing up in the low and mid 60s throughout the entire area. Yesterday we had a little pocket of clouds that just remained in place out in eastern Kentucky, kept them about 10 degrees cooler than anyone else. Today they're right there in the 60s. They're in the hunt for this milder air, so all of us showing up around that. Defender remains quiet again here this afternoon, but tonight and especially early tomorrow morning we'll start to see those showers fill in all of our counties and likely arrive in Lexington. Prime time morning commute, so we'll have to deal with some of that. Flood watch now in effect. It's actually been extended finally to northern parts of Kentucky as well, where they expect up to 3 inches there as well. Here in Lexington, 1 to 3 inches possible tonight all the way through your Saturday morning as this system really starts to get cranked up. We'll take a closer look and track the rain in here hour by hour to let you know exactly what is going to impact you. Let's go back to Nashville with Jennifer right now.
All right, thank you, Jim. And I listened. Jim said, bring the poncho, bring the umbrellas, because rain is coming. But you know what, Rob? Today it's a nice day. It's dry, and the Big Blue fans are everywhere. Excited about this game.
Well, that's right. It's going to be Kentucky against Florida. And speaking of the weather, you know what I did? I brought a coat down here to wear outside, not inside.
And you don't need that.
Yeah, inside, I'm telling you, it is freezing in there. I know it's a hockey arena, but hey, give us a break. Let's take a look at the highlights now from this afternoon. Florida against Alabama. And Alabama led by 8 early on in this game, but Florida came back, tied it up in the first half. Dorian Finney-Smith had a dozen in the first half. Florida led by 4 at halftime. Finney-Smith, who had to work his way through a suspension, came back and really had a good game. He played well. He had 23 points. Florida opened up a 9-point lead around the 12-minute mark or so. Jimmy Taylor tried to bring Bama back, but the Gators were able to get good play, as I said, from Finney-Smith. They got good play from Devin Robinson. Alex Murphy did a nice job. And the Gators out Alabama from the SEC tournament this afternoon. The final score, 68-61. So it will be the Wildcats and the Gators for the 3rd time this season tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. It'll be televised on the SEC network. Of course, the Cats winning the previous 2 meetings in Gainesville. Hard-fought game there. And on Senior Day, very recently here, just last weekend in Rupp Arena. So they meet for the 3rd time, and the Cats will look to take the first step in this SEC tournament come tomorrow afternoon.
And Rob, you have to like their chances tomorrow.
Well, I would. I don't think they're going to overlook anybody because, you know, they know Florida can be dangerous. And then you look at the rest of the bracket, and you've got LSU and you've got Arkansas there. I think they'll take it pretty seriously.
And you know, Nashville is a place that UK fans know very well. This is the 5th time that the SEC tournament has been here at Bridgestone Arena, and it's already started. The fans are everywhere. We've been hearing "Go Big Blue" chants already, and Nashville is ready for this Big Blue invasion. Sweet sounds of Music City always attract a big crowd from Big Blue Nation. Country music and the Cats are a winning combination for these UK fans who didn't want to miss the chance to see the undefeated Cats try to keep the winning streak alive and bring home another SEC tournament title.
I think it's a great place for them to have it. There's a lot to do after the games. The arena's great. Everybody's friendly. So, yeah.
Lots of stuff to do after the game, too, so that's never a bad thing.
The only thing wrong with this place, I think, is the arena's too small. You know, it's just don't hold enough people. Hell, Kentucky can fill this place up.
We are cheering on the Cats. Even though they don't play till tomorrow, we're just excited to be down here and see all the blue.
And that's going to be an issue. A lot of the UK fans down here, some of those behind me, don't have tickets to tomorrow's game. Across the way on the street, the scalpers are out. Right now we're hearing UK Florida tickets, lower arena, going for $200. But here's my advice to you. If you're coming down tomorrow and don't have tickets, don't wear your UK gear. Check the ticket to make sure that it's for the right session for tomorrow so you get the right game, because sometimes they'll put their thumbs over it trying to trick the fans. And good luck, because it's going to be a hot ticket here with Kentucky and Florida in Nashville. Live in Music City, I'm Jennifer Palumbo. Now let's send it back to Amber Philpott in the studio. Amber?
Jennifer, thanks so much. Good advice for everybody. And if you don't get a ticket, just go down there and just be a part of it and watch in the bars. Well, back here in central Kentucky, a tribute will be held tonight for a police officer who died in the line of duty. Nicholasville police officer Burke Rhodes was killed in a crash on US 27 in Garrett County yesterday morning. He was on duty and headed to training in Richmond at the time. WKYT's Sam Smith is in Nicholasville to show us how he's being remembered in our top story at 4.
Now, this community was rocked by the news of Officer Burke Rhodes' death. Now they're hoping to help out any way they can. Jay's Place, a coffee shop in town, is offering free drinks to officers today. Other businesses and residents are showing their support by installing a blue light outdoors. Blue and black wreaths are on the police department and City Hall. The flag is at half staff. Tonight at 6, there'll be a vigil here for folks to show their support for his family. Neighboring law enforcement agencies are helping with patrols right now while Nicholasville police officers mourn. A police officer is standing guard at all times at the funeral home, so Officer Rhodes' body isn't alone. It's a tough time for folks here. They say they'll get through this together.
It's a tragic loss for our community. This is a pretty tight-knit community, and our police force and our sheriff's department and our fire department are very well respected in our community. They know a lot of people. They're involved in our community more than just their jobs. Now,
this was the first line of duty death for the Nicholasville Police Department since 1941. In Nicholasville, Sam Smith, WKYT.
Officer Rhodes' visitation is Monday at Southland Christian Church in Nicholasville. His funeral is Tuesday at Camp Nelson. We are tracking the investigation into another major bourbon heist. Gilbert Kurtzinger was arrested by the Franklin County Sheriff's Office yesterday for stealing 5 barrels of bourbon. Police say he stole the bourbon from the Wild Turkey Distillery in Anderson County, and police tell us that he works at Buffalo Trace Distillery in Franklin County. Police are also looking at a second suspect who works at Wild Turkey.
This thing's developing very rapidly. There is another suspect. We expect this to develop further as we go into this throughout the course of the next several days.
Each stolen barrel is worth between $3,700 and $6,000. Right now, investigators can't say if this case is connected to the theft of some rare Pappy Van Winkle from Buffalo Trace back in 2013. We are working on a number of other stories for you on WKYT starting at 4:30. Sam Dick joins us now from the newsroom with a look at some of the news in progress. Hi, Sam.
Good afternoon, Amber. 2 people face charges in a double shooting case, and one of them is the victim. Pamela Newcomb and Eddie Eversole were shot inside a home in Laurel County back on March 2nd. According to court documents, Eversole and Caleb McKitty went to the home for a robbery. Police say it turned into a gunfight, and that's how Eversole and Newcomb were shot. Eversole and McKitty are charged with attempted murder and robbery. We'll have an update on the investigation on WKYT News at 4:30. Police say 2 burglars used a false identity to commit a home invasion. It happened at Shiloh Park Apartments in Lexington overnight. Police say the men claimed to be Drug Enforcement Administration agents before forcing their way inside. We're told they tied up the two people inside with zip ties and took off with a shotgun and cash. You hear from a neighbor who called police coming up on WKYT News at 4:30. And the Roman Catholic Diocese of Lexington has a new bishop, Pope Francis appointing Father John Stowe. He was born in Ohio. The Lexington Diocese was left vacant when the Pope appointed Bishop Ronald Gaynor as the Bishop of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. The Diocese of Lexington was established back in 1988. It includes eastern and southern Kentucky. The community's reaction coming up to the new bishop on WKYT News at 4:30. And that's a look at some of the news in progress. Amber, back to you.
Sam, thank you. Now to some stories making headlines across the nation at 4. St. Louis County Police Chief John Belmar says the two officers who were shot during a protest in Ferguson overnight are not expected to have long-term injuries. He says one of the officers was shot in his face just below his right eye and the bullet lodged behind his ear. The other officer was shot in his right shoulder. The police chief says the shooting could have easily resulted in 2 deaths. He says a protest outside Ferguson Police Headquarters appeared to be winding down when the officers were shot just after midnight. The search continues for 7 Marines and 4 soldiers aboard a helicopter that crashed off the Florida coast, even though all of them are presumed dead. It happened Tuesday night during a training exercise. The chopper ran into heavy fog and crashed not far from the Air Force Base there. Human remains and debris were found yesterday before the weather became worse and the search was hampered. A spokesperson for the base says, quote, "There is always room for optimism."